Last night, we got a preview of the biggest political questions of this year. Will progressives take over the Democratic Party? Does President Trump's endorsement mean all that much? A pair of special primary elections in Ohio Tuesday night gave us a preview to the answer. On the Democratic side, establishment favorite Shontel Brown beat out former state senator Nina Turner, a prominent Bernie Sanders surrogate in Ohio's deep blue 11th congressional district. On the Republican side, former coal lobbyist Mike Carey rode Donald Trump's endorsement to an easy victory in Ohio's 15th congressional district. Tom Bevan, co-founder and president of Real Clear Politics, America's premier political news aggregation site, joins us now. Both of these were one very dark blue, one very dark red districts. Is reading the tea leaves out of this important?
It's always dangerous to read too much into special elections, right? Because they are, in their very essence, special. They're usually held on off dates. I mean, obviously, this one's held in the middle of August, which is not a lot of people are on vacation, not paying a lot of attention. So it's dangerous to try and extrapolate too much from them. But nevertheless, I mean, you did have in the 11th district in particular, when you had sort of the classic matchup between the establishment versus the progressive wing of the party, where you had, Nina Turner was a former co-chair of Bernie Sanders' campaign. He endorsed her. AOC endorsed her. A lot of those progressives were pouring money into that race. And on the other side, you had, Shontel Brown had endorsements from Hillary Clinton and James Clyburn and the like. And so in that sense, it was not a good night for progressives. They've suffered a few defeats this year, and this was another one for them.
You brought up money in terms of money pouring in. And you're right, Nina Turner did get a lot. Shontel Brown got a lot as well. Turnout, also an issue. This is how Nina Turner tweeted about the money issue. We knew this would be an uphill battleground. We couldn't overcome the influence of dark money, but we left our mark on Ohio's 11th. Then this tweet about from Kirk Baddow, Nina Turner in her concession speech. We didn't lose this race. Evil money manipulated and maligned this election. When will progressives learn the lesson from Ilhan Omar that talking about dark and evil money is not a winning proposition?
Well, I mean, in this instance, right, I mean, dark money means something specific, which is money that is coming in from organizations where you don't know where that money is coming from. But in this instance, she actually raised more and outspent Shontel Brown. So I'm not sure exactly what her gripe is.
The gripe that people are reading into that is this is sort of the anti-Semitic trope because Shontel Brown backs Israel. She talked about it in her victory speech. Nina Turner has much more of the Linda Sarsour anti-Semitism bent to her political views, right, and that Jews somehow bought this election. That's anti-Semitic.
Well, look, I mean, it's hard to know if that's exactly what she's meaning by this tweet or if she's just, trying to imply that. I mean, look, certainly on the progressive side, you mentioned Ilhan Omar, anti-Semitism is a problem. Yeah. It's something that they've gotten into trouble with in the past. So, I don't know what to make of this and where it's going to go, though.
Well, that's what gives you something to cover on realclearpolitics.com. We've done a number of segments on this show about just how big Donald Trump's coattails are. And as we've seen it in the past couple of weeks, he's 1 for 2. Mike Carey, this coal lobbyist, wins in a dark red district. And President Trump really got involved in this race. He did a tele-event for him, made robocalls, et cetera. Do we believe now that Donald Trump still is the kingmaker?
Well, I mean, he certainly is the biggest star in the Republican Party and remains that way. But he did suffer a defeat in Texas not too long ago, and it was a blow. They certainly didn't want to suffer another one. But this was a much more Trumpy district. It's a district that Donald Trump won in by double digits both times, and so his endorsement would obviously carry more weight this time around. So it was a victory for Trump. And again, he is the kingmaker in the party. He's not going to win every endorsement that he hands out. But certainly on this one, it was a big victory for him.
And you pointed out it's especially important, not necessarily in a Republican district, but in a Trump district. And there is a significant difference. Tom Bevan of realclearpolitics.com. Read the AM and PM notes that come out and the links. You'll be smarter for it. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks.
As are our viewers today. Coming up, Israel says they might need to take action against Iran. What more will it take for the Biden administration